Due to COVID-19, we are unable to be in a classroom where I can be with my peers and my teachers because of social distancing guidelines.
And e-learning to me means remote learning.
Basically studying from home, homeschooled, being homeschooled.
Yes.
For me, e-learning means adaptation, finding new ways to learn.
Being extremely flexible with whatever is going on.
To be able to find new ways of communicating and participating with my students and peers.
Being able to fight through any situation no matter the circumstances.
You need to be able to adapt to new environments, new situations, and new circumstances. And this is a very big example of that, since we can't be educated in person anymore.
Adapting and overcoming and, going with the flow of things, because we're in a whole different environment.
It means being able to persevere and try our best to keep our minds open and thinking.
Simply taking the classroom to the next level, just being on your device and utilizing a lot of online resources that we couldn't do before.
You're learning at home, but you're still doing pretty much what you would do at school. It's just like virtual. And also if you need help with something, your teachers will be there to help you.
Discovering new things and gaining knowledge using technology.
It's using technology to educate students without them having to be in a classroom.
It can be as simple as high school students watching a video documentary, or it could be as complex as a full-on college course.
Most of my day is online, staring at a screen.
Just sitting at home with a computer in my face.
It's long days and especially long nights sitting here in my chair at my desk. It means Google Meets. It means traveling while I'm in class. I have my laptop constantly charged.
And we also use Google Forms and Google Docs much more. And everything is not paper and pencil. It's pretty much online, because that's the easiest way to do it, being at home.
I am able to learn new information and work on my skills by having access to a wide range of resources, all at the tip of my fingers.
Working and collaborating with others, even if it isn't face-to-face.
It's like a holiday, but then at the same time, we have work to do.
And I like it better than going in person in school. I get my work done, I get good grades, that's all that matters to me.
And one pro about e-learning is that you can join in from your phone and still be doing your own thing, and you don't have to wake up early to go to school.
I have learned to manage time better due to the fact that our assignments are more flexible. You get an assignment, you get a due date. It's not like, oh, today do this, today do this. You have the ability to work anytime you want.
I've been more productive and I manage my time a lot better because we are doing e-learning and I have to pay more attention to deadlines. I feel like it has bettered me in a way. It's not easy, and I don't necessarily recommend it if you don't have to do it, but it has helped.
E-learning has given me the chance to do great things, more self-paced and personalized to my time, and learn to be able to do things virtually rather than in person.
I was kind of preparing us for college, because when we have asynchronous time, you're doing work on your own, and it's in college, you have time to do stuff on your own, like studying and doing your homework. That's all on you, so it's kind of preparing us for that, yeah.
I also learned to look for resources to help me when I'm doing work, because sometimes the teacher's not always there, so being able to find resources has become a thing I've learned to do.
I do not have to go to a library and check out tons of books in order to get the information that I need. I am able to get the information that I need in a more efficient time by using technology such as a computer or phone. And I don't have to worry about my resources being up to date or not, because it's all online, so I can find resources that are the most current. It's also easier to keep track of any homework or documents that I work on by keeping it on a cloud-based system, and I know that I'm helping save the earth by using less paper.
It makes assignments easier to turn in and work on them at the same time.
Even though I'm used to being in a classroom with teachers and students, virtual learning has given me the opportunity to adapt to the situation at hand. Virtual learning has been a tough experience for me and everybody else around me.
but has allowed me to create new methods on how to gain more knowledge and succeed in the future.
E-learning for me has basically just been an amazing learning experience because I've been able to learn my strengths and weaknesses when it comes to me being a student. I understand what I need and what I don't need, and I've been teaching myself and basically coming to terms with what's going to be helpful in my future. And it really helped me understand what it takes for me to give 100% in school, which in recent years I haven't. So this has been a very important year for me, basically learning how to teach myself and learning how to understand what I need.
For me, e-learning is torture, but it's also freedom at the same time. Like, you know, throughout this whole pandemic, I really feel like I ain't really learned anything for real. But it's also been like real nice to be able to do my work on my own time and not feel pressured and not really have to deal with the anxieties that school bring on a day-to-day basis like normally. This year was a lot more easier in my opinion.
It's an opportunity for some people because it goes both ways. Some people could be overwhelmed by a lot of work, but some people could find opportunities.
Although e-learning is not the easiest thing I've ever had to do, I do think that it helps the best way it can under the circumstances, and it can be improved for future purposes.
But yes, you miss out on a few things like physical contact with people, but then at the same time, you also have like sometimes more time to do the things, and you're in your own house, so you have the comfort of that.
With the virtual online school, you can learn or have fun while multitasking, doing the things you need to do at home or out on the go while e-learning.
We no longer have the same amount of social interaction that we previously had prior to the pandemic. And being able to adapt to these new circumstances, it not only like creates a new sense of awareness for how you may maintain yourself while home, but it also builds character because you never know the next time you might leave the house, or you never know the next time you're going to need to stay in the house. So gaining these abilities to adapt to certain situations helps build you to be a better person.
Basically being able to learn in the comfort of your own home during these difficult times, and being able to stay safe and receive education at the same time.
E-learning can also give a wide range of opportunities for students who may not otherwise have them.
But for me, I think it's worth it. I get to travel and still be connected to the classroom and get my attendance.
And the cons are that you don't get that much help. Like if you need help to doing a homework, like an assignment, teachers don't be answering quick, or like they be dragging, so you stay behind basically, in my experience.
And them helping you in work is like better in person.
Like they could explain it. It's like more, they have the time to explain it, because if you're doing it from home, they have to answer one by one every email, and I don't think they got time for all that.
Struggling to wake up in the morning, struggling to turn in all my assignments on time, struggling to stay awake in class, struggling to just do school.
E-learning for me is tough because I don't have the time to do homework, because this year has been really stressful. It's been really hectic for me and my family. Teachers started assigning more homework and projects, overloading me with work.
Spending most of my day on a computer. I am online for about 8 hours for school, for video conferences. I do my after-school programs online. And then I also have to do about 2 to 3 hours of homework each night, minimum.
It also means late breakfast and back problems.
We're spending a lot more time at home, and a bunch of other challenges that have come up thanks to e-learning. And I know a lot of people struggle to adapt, including me, but I was lucky enough to go with the flow and switch for things and realize this is my reality, at least for now.
Makes me miss school in person. I feel like it's harder to learn. Like if you're stuck on a problem, you would have like the teachers help. Like it'll just be easier in person for them to help you.
It's definitely a lot harder than doing school in person because it used to be more engaging, and it just used to be better with having all your peers there with you.
It's just annoying it's just torture because I didn't have my senior year and I didn't get to see most of my classmates at all this year or really have a school year for real.
Basically, it's better like to go to school in person than e-learning. It's just hard.
But it also means commitment and dedication, because without it I wouldn't be successful. And it means family as well, because without them I wouldn't be successful either.